Okay, I spent all morning fighting with the microphone, but I think I figured it out. I'm making videos.
Well, isn't that special?
What the SPEK?
What the SPEK? SPEK?
What the SPEK?
What the
SPEK?
What the
SPEK.
What the
SPEK?
What the
SPEK?
This week is fixing up this goddamn hellhole because I have neglected it for, how old is my kid? A year and a half. Look at what a disaster this place is. This is like peak been working on beats.
What am I gonna do? Wash the shower next? Wash a bar of soap? You gotta think here, pal.
I am going to take the kid to Ikea now. Parent hack. Ikea is like a free children's museum. They can open every cabinet, climb on every piece of furniture, and it costs
$0.
And even if you buy like 8 things, it only costs like $8. And they have a cafeteria, and the kids' meal is $3. It's wonderful. I told her all the TVs at Ikea were fake, but one of them actually works.
I'm not a liar.
That place is going to destroy the world, but we got a lamp for $35. So, even trade, maybe? What do you think?
What?
Yeah. Okay, flip strings to cut up. See what it sounds like.
So good.
Oh, that's great. In the meantime, let's work on this Colleen track.
It was so loud.
It's overwhelming.
We're gonna clean it up. So for the pizzicato stuff, this stuff, they recorded it at halftime and then they just sped it up. Gives it a nice frantic feel. This stuff, the bowing, this is reversed. Bri's kind of like a jazz math nerd.
And I mean that in the best way. I mean it as a compliment.
So she said the string lines each have a different number in their repetition, so added together for all their repetitions to line up, you have to have a big number of measures before it all comes around again. That number was 420. We're not going to have 420 measures of this. So let's see how those two sound together. I gotta get rid of that squeak. It's killing me. There it is. Now we're gonna do the most annoying thing in the world. There it is. And we're gonna kill it. So that's what we're working with. I'm gonna figure out how to record the screen here eventually, but that's what we got for now. She's been asleep for too long. So we gotta go wake her up. Which is like my favorite part of the day, but also kind of sad, because waking up is fucking terrible. What do you want to do today? Costco? We gotta buy TurboTax. Did you know you have to buy TurboTax every year? I didn't know that. Also, it only comes on CD and you have to call them to get a download code. Call them on the phone.
If we build a time machine,
She ran around the store twice. Right? That way you'll nap? Because I need one. So I'm having this chat about how the local media is kind of rapidly falling apart. Just with this Stranger changing formats and Seattle Weekly changing formats and City Arts going independent and the Emerald struggling to stay afloat and Seattle Times being a fucking flaming trash pile. But I think relying on them is a waste of time. Being written about in these outlets gives something for your established fan base to then share with the rest of the world. and it's going to get more traction on social media because of algorithms and stuff like that. So in that sense, it's helpful, but you aren't necessarily being introduced to people who are primed to be fans of your material in the first place. Like, it feels great to be written about. You love me! And to have critics like take the time to parse through your art. You really love me! Like, that's a great feeling. And if you don't have that feeling every once in a while, even if it's not like directly from media, but just the feeling of somebody like really hearing your work.
Hello? Is this a joke?
It's very hard to keep going, but it doesn't actually do anything to grow my fan base or grow my ability to make an income at this. All of the successful folks who are making a living at making art at our city are rarely written about by the local arts publications. And if they are, it's the publications are writing about those artists' success, not necessarily starting with a story about that artist's art. I've spent a lot of time in my career trying to figure out how to be written about, and I've like kind of figured it out. I've gotten good at writing press releases and like finding the right contact info for the right people and crafting an email.
What's your dad's job again?
And it does help, and that's like why I get press every now and then, is because I actively seek it out.
More. I need more.
But it's like a huge waste of time given the return that you get on it.
And time is money. Hop along.
And also the people who are making art successfully and making the most money, income, ability to do this in the future are the folks who are spending their time creating things, which is like what this is about. I know that this is just like talking at a camera, but it's still like creating content.
We're doing God's work, Ralph.
You're gonna have a lot more success if you spend your waking hours or napping hours creating art and creating and doing work and making things and establishing a relationship with your audience.
I'm a very nice person.
You're gonna have a lot more success than getting written about in any paper. If they write about you as news, it's because your success is news. So make stuff.